Clicking start broadcast. Okay, hello, this is Nika Stewart. I am going to turn this camera over to Ghost Tweeting Manager Michelle over here, and she's going to film this. So I'm going to talk about how to get started, how to get followers, what to scope about, how to monetize, and then some resources if we have time. Saying that the first probably 2 weeks or so on Periscope, I was having a lot of fun because I said, you know what, I'm going to try this out because it seems like something I would really like, and I'm going to see if I could figure out how to use it for business. And so I went and pushed the button and said, oh my God, hi, and it tells you how many people are viewing you. And I was like, no one's going to view me. I'm just pushing live, and nobody knows that I'm on Periscope. And I started talking, and all of a sudden the numbers started going up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, who are these people? And then I saw names of people I knew. Like, how did they know that I was on? And at some point there were about 45 people on watching, and I said I'm gonna come on for 3 minutes and just see what this is like. Well, about 45, 50 minutes later, I was still chatting and saying this is so much fun. And when I got off, I'm like, I'm addicted. So every day for the next 2 weeks, I was scoping about things and realized it was really a waste of time because I had no plan. I just was I was like, okay, what can I talk about today? And I was chatting with my friends, and then I'd get off and I'd be like, I want to scope again. But it was leading to nothing. Like, it was just a fun thing to do. And I realized this is not good if I'm going to, you could do it for fun, but I don't think that's what you're all here to learn. Another thing to waste your time and have fun. So I was thinking that, when I first thought that Twitter was a huge waste of time, and now, for me, Twitter, and I spend a lot of time on Twitter, Twitter is never a waste of time for me. Every single thing that I do on Twitter, whether it's writing a post and posting, broadcasting something, retweeting someone, commenting, talking to people, favoriting posts, every single thing I do on Twitter gets results for me because I know my intention, and that's what was missing on Periscope. So I thought, okay, I need to figure out how to systemize this and plan it out like I did for Twitter, because now that works for me. It works so well that I figured out how to systemize it and tell other people and how to do it for other people. I have to figure this out for Periscope. And very quickly it worked. So really what I'm saying is, before you get started, or even if you've gotten started, because I started without a plan, but before you move forward, think about these 3 things. What you want to know for Periscope in order for it to work for you and building your brand and your business is, number 1, is this working for you, by the way? If it ever
I just needed to
adjust. You want to know your brand, first of all. And I know my brand, but I wasn't doing that on Periscope the first few weeks. I was just going on and chatting with people. And yes, I was being myself, so obviously I wasn't being against my brand, but I wasn't intentionally doing anything for my brand. So as long as you know your message, your topic of expertise, what you want to scope about, that's what you want to start with. Instead of just going, oh, this is fun, let me go on Periscope. So think about your brand and your message and your topic, your area of expertise. You also want to think about what your reason is for being on Periscope. And two of the biggest reasons, and I think really the main reasons for all of us, are to build brand awareness or to build your business. And I think for most of us it's both. To build awareness of your brand and build your business. So, and if you build awareness of your brand, hopefully that will lead to building your business. But remember that, whatever that is, one or both of those, remember that as you're deciding what to do for Periscope, what your topics will be, how often you'll do it. Keep going back to, well, what is the purpose of this? So you need to know your brand. You need to decide, know, and remember your intention, your reason to Periscope, and then you have a plan around all of that. The plan is what was missing for me when I first started. And again, this is all so accelerated. Like I said, I'm a true expert because I've been on for about 9 weeks. And the first 2 weeks I wasn't doing it well. But in the last 7 weeks or so, I've done it well. And because I love social media, and when I learn social media, when I'm on social media, my first instinct is to research what works, figure out what doesn't work, create a system so that I could teach our employees how to do it for other people. And if we follow the system, we get the same results every time. And so that's why, since that's my passion is to figure out the system that works, that's why I'm here telling you how it works. Not because I've been on for 10 years. I'm honest, I'm new, but what I've been doing is working. And we're all on Periscope learning as we go. And tomorrow they may add a new feature and we're all gonna be excited about it, but let me tell you what's working right now. So when you're getting started, a few things to remember. Remember to connect it to your Twitter, because then whenever you broadcast, it automatically puts a link on your Twitter. And people can click that and watch online, or they know to go onto their Periscope app and watch you. Yes?
Does it have to be the same name as Twitter to connect?
It does not. Once you start on Periscope, you start an account on Periscope, you can connect it to Twitter and it asks you what you want your handle to be. I recommend it being the same unless there's a specific reason it shouldn't, because you want people to be able to find you. But if there's a reason it shouldn't, it doesn't have to be. However, you can't change it once you create your account. You have to contact Periscope and wait for them to get back to you. And I've heard people who have done that, and once you change it, they won't let you change it again. But I've also heard people who have never heard back from Periscope. So you want to create a name that you want. And one other question? Yes?
No, I just downloaded Periscope, and when I went to...
Yes, so yeah, when it asks you if you want to sign up with your Twitter account, say yes. Because you might as well leverage both. They'll both grow together. Yes?
Since it's so connected with Twitter, what if you don't use Twitter? But mostly Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, so it's not, right now the cool thing is that people who come on your Periscopes, your broadcasts, can share it to their Facebook, and so can you. So you can share it to Facebook, but it's not connected. It's just that people can share that you're on live so that other people will know on Facebook to come. If you don't use Twitter at all, then there's no reason to start a new Twitter for this. I don't, in my opinion. But if you have a Twitter account, even if you don't use it often, I still would like that to be another place to have links for you. So more links so people can see you if they want to from Twitter. So in your settings, as you're signing up, or you can also change this at any time, you want to auto-save broadcasts to your phone. And that means you never have to remember to go back and save it. Every time you're done with a Periscope and you click End Broadcast, you then see like a spinny thing and it's saying saving to your phone, and now the video is on your phone. Here's another thing that you can do that will save your broadcasts. You can sign up for a catch.me account. That's KATCH.me. If you sign up for catch.me and you connect your Periscope account to it, it will automatically save every Periscope video that you do on your catch.me account. So it's catch.me / your Periscope handle name. And all of your past scopes are there now forever. And they're saved with, it's not perfect, it doesn't save it all perfectly, but the comments and the hearts also show up. So when you save it to your phone, the people who are interacting, who are coming on, who are commenting, who are pushing hearts, that does not save on your phone. So sometimes if you're then using the video, I've watched myself go, oh, thank you, oh, hey, Michelle, oh, hey, Lindsay, oh, I do that too. And people are like, well, who are you talking to? But on Catch, you can see why you're saying that. I like to edit my videos afterwards before I put them up. So I take out a lot of that crap that people are like, okay, just get to the point, because I'm trying to engage as well as give information, because I don't want to ignore people. But in the replays, it's really hard to watch someone go and get off the topic and just start chatting with people when you really wanted to hear the thing you came to hear about. So I'll edit afterwards. But once you save it to your phone, and we don't have time to get into how to actually technically do that, I actually go all into this. I have a full in-depth course on Periscope, how to use it, how to grow your brand, how to use your business. It hasn't launched yet. It's launching through Saver. but you're going to want to register for it anyway today, pre-launch, and I'll tell you why at the end. Anyway, okay, we'll get back to that. But all the technical stuff I tell you, but suffice it to say, if you save it to your phone, you then have the option to do other things with it. You can edit it, you can create a cool background, you can have a template so it always goes on YouTube, your blog, etc., etc. So make sure you save it to your phone. And a catch.me account is great because if anyone, sometimes on my scope, someone will say, well, how do I create a Twitter list that you're talking about? I'll say, well, go back to catch.me and you can catch that video I did 2 weeks ago. It's still up on catch.me/Nika Stewart. So all your Periscopes are there. So you were saying how to get followers, you're saying too. So when one of the best ways actually, once you're on Periscope to get more followers is to go on other people's scopes and interact. Not promote, don't go on and say, follow me. I mean, isn't that stupid? And every scope I go on, people are like, follow me. And I want to say, does that actually work? Who wants to follow someone who's a stranger who goes, follow me? So don't do that. Interact. Be nice to the person broadcasting. Answer their questions, ask them questions, recap for them. One of the nicest things you can do on a Periscope is when someone is giving value, you write what they just said. And you go, oh, thank you, Lindsay, for writing that. So, and then other people can take a screenshot of it. So that it's like taking notes. You can take a screenshot of someone writing the notes for you. So interact with the other people. You can actually talk to the other people in messages on Periscope. Every time I go on another broadcast just to chat with people and say great information, I get 5 or 10 more followers. So that's a way to get followers. So what to scope about? The best scopes give value and entertain. Or entertain. It's actually best if you can do both. If you can give value while entertaining, that's the best. But there are some people who are scoping who do magic. So I've seen, there's one magician on now who has, I don't know, tens of thousands of followers, and he just comes on and does a magic trick. People love it. That's entertaining. Then there are people who really just give very solid, good tips, and I don't find them entertaining, but really, like, I always take notes. So obviously it's fairly entertaining. I'm getting good value. But my favorite, and everyone's favorite really, is when someone gives you such good value and you're laughing and you're having a good time. So if that's possible, come up with a way to give value in an entertaining way. And I don't mean tap dance and sing, but unless that's your thing. But unless you want to tap dance and sing, and that's good. So that might work for you. If you ever wrote a blog article, that's a good Periscope. If I go on and I go, I have to Periscope now, I haven't Periscoped in a while, what should I scope about? I'll look at my blog articles and I'll pick one, like that says, 3 ways to get more Twitter followers. And that's my Periscope. And I just use that as an outline. Don't script your Periscopes, but have an outline. So you go, let me see, what was that? And it's fine to go, you're looking at the camera and then you can go, well, let me see, my next point is, and then you talk. And you see your next point and you talk. But you know your stuff. I've seen actually some Periscopes with scripts, and they're awful. Thank you for joining me. Oh my God. And people even have, I actually saw one recently. My name is, why are you looking at your name? Okay, so let me tell you really quickly how to monetize. I've discovered 3 ways that work really well to actually monetize Periscope. And I want to give you my favorite right now. Do a scope on your favorite resources. Whatever you happen to teach or whatever you happen to provide, give your favorite resources to your audience and have one of those resources be your product or services. One of my best scopes was I went on and I said my 4 favorite social media resources for entrepreneurs. And I gave really good 4 amazing resources that 2 or 3 of them people didn't know. One was Hootsuite, because I believe Hootsuite is one of the best resources to help you manage your time and get organized on social media. There were 2 others that were kind of, a little more not known. And people were like, thank you, this is awesome, I'm going to check them out. And one of the resources was Ghost Tweeting's Instagrowth program, which is an incredible program, and it is one of my favorite resources. And it helps you grow your Instagram following by thousands of followers and loads of engagement. And I got on, chicka, 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 people signed up for it. but I mean, you have to believe, and I believed in it. It was one of my favorite resources. So I wrote that down, and I started doing, that's one of my favorite ways to monetize. And you have to, of course, be honest. And you know, so one of your favorite resources is your products or services. Go for it. Okay. As far as products or resources of what you need to do Periscope, what you need is a phone. That's all you need. But there are some things that make it more fun or make it look a little more professional. So one thing that I love to have is a tripod, because otherwise you're going like this. In my first Periscope, I sat at my desk and I was like this for 45, 50 minutes, just talking to people. I'm getting tired and switching hands and stuff. And it's shaky.
Yeah. I feel you right now.
But, and then I got a tripod recently, but because my phone has a flip case, which is not on right now, I usually take my case, I open it up, and I just sit it on a box, you know, on my desk, and I face it to me. So then I could talk like this. So that's like my tripod, but they have tripods for phones on Amazon that are a few dollars, $7 or $8, I think. Get one of those. That makes life easier. They have lenses I just bought, and I have them with me. I'm going to use some in my booth later. There are lenses that make your screen like a wide-angle lens. So if you want, because otherwise it's like this. Now, Periscope did recently come out with, you can now do landscape. I don't love it so much, because it was so fun, even though it's new. It's like, it was portrait, and everyone was complaining, why don't they come out with landscape? But we all had to get really creative. It's like Twitter. Why don't they come out with more than 140 characters? But it makes you more creative because you have the limit. So we all got really creative and got lenses and got ways to like get close. I would do Periscopes with my husband, and I said, we need a wide-angle lens. And he said, no, it's nice to finally be close to you. So for 4 minutes a day, we have to get really close to do a Periscope. But then they came out with landscape, and it's a little disappointing. Now we actually don't have to get creative anymore. But the wide-angle lenses are fun if you actually do need to show more behind you, if you have a big scene that you need to see, or your big office or your store. So there are lenses. One of the ones that I really like is Ollo Clip. It's O-L-L-O, Clip. A microphone is great to have, a plug-in microphone, because if you're alone in your office, no need. But if you're in a noisy place and you need your voice to come through, plugging in a microphone is great. And lighting. The best lighting is sunlight, so if you're near a window, not behind you, but in front or on the side of you, it shows up your face beautifully. The sunlight takes away all wrinkles. It looks beautiful. But they have a light called, oh my gosh, think of what it's called. Stellar Lights, thank you. That's the name I knew. Okay, so it's Glamco by Stellar Lights?
No, Stellar Lights.
Stellar Lights is a circular light, so instead of having a light that's you know, it's all over lighting and it kind of mimics the sun. Stellar Light, it's a beautiful light. I've seen people using it. I haven't used it yet. But here's the thing. I mostly don't use any of that, and I often don't put on any makeup or do my hair. Often I'll come back from a run around the block and like get my exercise in and then go on and talk. And some of my best scopes are that way because I'm just me and I'm just real. So don't get caught up in the having to be perfect, because you can't be perfect and people love you when you're you. Yes?
What if you're more like an introvert? How can you use Periscope?
Okay, awesome question. Because I actually consider myself an introvert, although most people don't think I am. But I prefer to not. Anyway, my favorite way to do Periscope, even if you don't want to be on all the time, is to do Periscope on the other side of the camera. You don't even have to be on. Some of my favorite scopes are people giving tutorials, and they're showing their computer screen or a big whiteboard. I don't think Dr. Christina's in here. There's someone here who's one of my absolute favorite Periscopers is The Digestion Doc. You really should check her out. It's at The Digestion Doc, Dr. Christine Kazmar. She has an office. She's a chiropractor and an internal digestion specialist. Most of her scopes, she's facing a big whiteboard and she's writing notes on it. And her voice is in the background. And sometimes she turns it around on herself, but mostly it's on the board. You don't have to show yourself. You could prepare it on a board or on your computer and just give a tutorial or a talk that way. So you're still in the background, but you're giving your value. And I think it's a great way to get started. Even for those of us who want to be on the camera, sometimes it's hard to get started. So don't be on camera the first time. Test it out. And then you can even not feel bad looking at your notes because no one can see you.
Hi, I'm Mika Stewart. I hope you got some useful tips. At the end of this short course, I let the attendees know about a full, complete how to do everything on Periscope course that I am starting on October 29th, and I ran out of order forms, which was really exciting for me. And I want to let you know about how you can join so that you can learn everything you need to know to get started on Periscope, to know what to scope about, to have a really terrific plan for your brand and your business. I will be teaching you not only how to get started and how to build a following and get more viewers, but also how to come up with your titles and your content, how to get more engagement, and how you can engage in the most effective way. Also, how to leverage so that you get more from your scopes than just the few minutes you're spending on your scopes, how to multiply the impact of the time you're spending. And then, most excitingly, how to make money, how to build your business and get paying clients. So please click below if this is of interest to you, because we're getting started soon and I would love to help you get more impact, build your brand, build your business, get more leads and get more paying clients. So click the button and I'll see you on the other side.